Hello, ICR Tiger from thetradingtigers.com. Today, 9th of May 2014, I'm going to be running through with you the FX pairs using the Ichimoku on the 1 hour chart. And once again, before we start, please do go through this disclaimer, read and go through your own leisure and stop if necessary, and also go through the hypothetical performance. Okay, fine, so let's have a look at some charts now. So we're on the 1 hour, we're using Ichimoku, that's the Japanese strategy. Right now we're looking at the Euro US dollar. We took a trade just recently at 138.06, and basically we put our stop at 138.99. Previously our stop just an hour or so ago we was at a little bit higher, but subsequently we're following this Kijun-san line all the way down. So just to recap in terms of the Ichimoku kind of colors of what we have the blue being the Shikao, the yellow being the Tenkan-sen, which is the trigger line, the red being the Kijun-san, and we're kind of looking bullish along the way. Future Kumo, which is here, is looking bullish and heading downwards, so we're expecting this move to go down, and we'll take our stop loss as we go down. Let's move to the next chart. Euro dollar. This trade was kicked in yesterday at about 4 p.m. and we entered at 47.75. We're 18 pips in profit, which is okay. Our stop loss is here at 1.4928, just waiting for a little bit more of a push down before we start to move our stop loss down, and we'll be quite okay. But I'm really looking perhaps to bring a stop loss more to a break-even scenario. Don't think it may happen today, probably on Monday. Okay, so yeah, current Kumo and future Kumo is all bullish. The Senekau A, which is this line here, and just to recap, the Senekau A and the Senekau B make up the Kumo, and I've actually dotted the Senekau A so it's easy for me to actually detect. But anyhow, both Senekau A and B are pointing downwards, so that gives us a good kind of feel what's going on. The Shikao is way above its kind of current candle, which is great. And the Kijun-san is pointing downwards, heading downwards, and you know, we're looking for more movement downwards. Okay, let's move to the next chart. EURCAD. We would have taken a trade there at let me put it up, 151.08, and put a stop loss at 151.99. And subsequently, as you can see, the market has dropped down. We didn't actually physically take the trade, but I like to put these markers in play. So this is where we are right now. We would be 162 pips in profit. Just to recap why we would have taken that trade, all the right reasons. This Shikao would have been above its candle. The price had penetrated further down. The Tenkan-sen would have crossed. The Kijun-san would have been around here, and so be that. So now what I will do, I'll just put a little marker. I make this redundant by just turning it grey. This isn't a real trade which I take in, it's just a marking in terms of like a paper trade. And where would I put my stop? I would have put my stop here now, and we would be in that trade for free. That's free, and we would be in the money for free for 21 pips, which would be pretty nice because it would be a free trade. Anyhow, let's move to the next chart. Euro Pound, 1 hour chart. Once again, we haven't taken any trades on this yet. Is it possible to take a trade? I'd like to see this Kijun-san head downwards. This Senekau is like flatlining, and you know what happens when people flatline. It means perhaps it could go dead. But anything can happen in trading, and that's the situation. One thing I need to re-advise to you traders is please do watch out for the news announcements coming through. We're on the daily chart, and we could be stopped out of our trades. So please do please be aware of the news announcements coming up. Small, medium, large can all have significant effects on our trade, because we're not on the daily chart, we're just on the 1 hour chart. Stop losses are quite tight, maybe 40-50 pips, and before you can say cat in a hat, we're out of the trade. Let's move now to the next thing that we're looking at. We just took a trade just now on the Euro Japanese yen, and once again it's probably more of an ultra conservative strategy, and we're well in the parameters where price is at 15 pips from the Tenkan-sen and 97 pips from the Kijun-sen. And here we can see the Seneko A is dropping downwards, Seneko B is dropping downwards, the Shikao is way above its corresponding candle, and now you can see the Kijun-sen. Can you see that? That is actually starting to drop. As that drops, we'll move our stop loss tighter and tighter down. Key thing is to be in the trade for free. That's right, traders, be in the trade for free. Next, we can only see, next we're looking at the US dollar Japanese yen. You can see a lot of consolidation here. Price going into the Kumo now. Future Kumo is bearish, bullish, and then looks bearish. Doesn't look very thick. This is the type of Kumo what we're looking for in terms of strong movement downwards. If you can see like that, there's that twist there, and then we can see a good separation between Seneko A and Seneko B. And can you see how those kind of movements enhances our trade possibilities? This is no trade opportunity here. Once again, you can see the Shikao is deep into the cloud and touching very tightly to the current price, and it's going to bump along the way. Once again, my sort of analogy is what happens when you walk towards a wall. That's right, price is the wall, you are the Shikao. You're not going to be able to go far, and that's what's going to happen. No trade on there. Let's move to the next opportunity. We look for the US Swiss franc. We just put a trade on now there to go long. Why did we do it? We can see everything is above the Kumo, so we're above the Kumo. That's right, that's the Shikao, Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen. This Shikao is way above its corresponding candle, as you can see, and the future Kumo is bullish. Seneko A and Seneko B are both pointing upwards, gives us a good viability for a long trade. In terms of price, how far price is 9 pips away for the Tenkan-sen and 59 pips within the Kijun-sen. So we're using a bit of an ultra conservative strategy, and that's good for us. And what we'll do, as you can see, the Kijun-sen is pointing upwards. We can actually bring this up further up. Okay, let's move to the next chart. Next chart is USCAD. USCAD, we've just taken the trade out there to go short, taking it at 1.0816 with the stop at 1.08562. And once again, it's ultra conservative strategy to go short. Shikao is way below its corresponding candle. Price is out of the Kumo, far from the Kumo, below the Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen lines, and we're in the parameters. We're about 11 pips from the Tenkan-sen and 38 pips from the Kijun-sen. Okay, fine. Next trade that we have been taking, which we took yesterday, it is the GBP Aussie dollar, and we entered at 1.8051 and a stop loss at 1.8119. So currently that was our stop loss there. Now what we can do, we can actually move our stop loss. Probably we'll have to wait for a while right now, because we can see the Tenkan-sen right here. Hope you can see that, traders. I'll expand that a little bit better. you can see the Tenkan-sen just about to probably go down and cross again the Kijun-sen, and that could be another possibility for somebody to go short, but because we're already short, that's just going to push our trade down. A little bit of concern, the Chicago now is pointing upwards and could bump into this price here, which could mean that some sort of consolidation which could occur. Yeah, so we'll have to watch out for that. Okay, fine. Next thing that we're going to look at is the pound US dollar. We took an entry at just recently at 69.02, but the stop loss at 69.62. So what we're going to do, we're just going to follow this trade through. Our stop loss will move down as the cloud moves down. That's the Kumo moves down, and the Kijun-sen is just coming out of the cloud. We need to see some more movement down. It was more of a breakout strategy. Yeah, okay, fine. Let's move to the next one. Pound Japanese yen. We're also taking a trade just now at 171.97. Yeah, minus 3.5 pips. Stop loss at 172.32. Yeah, price is out of the cloud, way above the Kumo. It's pointing upwards. It could, of course, go and hit this price, but you know, we would like to see it to point downwards. Let's just see how the day pans out. Next is the Aussie US dollar, and no opportunities here. You can see the current Kumo and future Kumo are all bullish, but we would like to see this Chicago out of the price, above the price, if we're going to go bullish, right? And if that could happen, then we could probably do a cross of the Kijun-sen for an opportunity of a trade. But we could be more conservative and have an approach here as a breakout trade, and by that time the Chicago has probably moved around to here, but we can address that perhaps on Monday. Let's have a look at the next one, which is the last one. New Zealand Japanese yen. Price has actually gone up as of yesterday's. We're still bullish on the we're still very bullish on the Kumo. Sorry, bearish on the Kumo. Chicago is pointing downwards. It looks a good opportunity for a bearish kind of trade for that. And other trades that we have taken is on some other strategies. That's the particular point. Okay, fine. So we're really going to wait and see for some more movement downwards. We can actually probably take a short trade right here, and then wait for price to move further down. Price has actually crossed the Kijun-sen, and yeah, or as an ultra conservative strategy, we can take it at here, 87.67. Okay, fine. So for me, traders, I'm ICR Tiger from thetradingtigers.com. Thank you.